Now, how do you grow your wealth as a beginner investor that you want to invest on the stock market and then to have that passive income that will propel your portfolio to, grow, and then for you to maximize the potential of retiring rich, and retiring young? Now, statistics have shown that 90% of millionaires made their millions through real estate. Somebody may think that, okay, so with real estate, I don't even have what it takes to buy or sell a house. So how then can I make money from real estate? From the stock market, we realize that there are certain real estate ETFs that have been compiled into, a basket where we can buy and also benefit from the growth from real estate. Even though you may not have money to buy or sell a house, you could benefit the growth from real estate by purchasing some of these ETFs that are on the stock market. Then you stand a chance to becoming rich through real estate. You are welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel today, this is Flavia. And on this channel, we look at ways that we can trade on the stock market and then make monies where we can put such monies into a basket that can bring us passive incomes where we can invest into other streams of income ventures where we can retire rich and retire young. I would urge you to subscribe to the channel if you are on also wanting to build your financial journey to retiring rich and retiring young. For those who are well builders who have returned to view, I say, if you are not here, I cannot be here. And so I appreciate you so much, and I thank you for coming back to view subsequent videos. Continue to like the videos and continue to comment and continue to leave any questions that you may have on your mind, and I'll be glad to answer them. I'll be right back.
Income streams, they start to flow. From determination, they grow.
Building wealth through investments is a topic that is very interesting and important for us to understand, because let's face it, who does not want to be financially successful or be financially free? But more often than not, people tend to think about investment, especially when you talk about investing on the stock market. People tend to look at the downside of it. People think about risk and the complexities that come with it, and then they tend to turn away. But if we want to be successful and we want to build wealth, we could use investments, various types of investments, to reach our financial goal. When people want to go into investing, they tend to look at the complexities, and I think it's a misconception that people have about the stock market. They think that the stock market is very complicated, and so investing on the stock market is something that they may not be able to do. There are a lot of misconceptions, and because of that, people tend to rather put their monies either into ventures that may not earn them anything, or tend to leave their monies dormant over the years. Over the years, the word investing itself is scary, because some of us have gone through, like I said in my previous video, some of us have read books on investing, and then we have taken certain courses on investing, but we never come to a point where we appreciate the fact that we are well able to invest no matter the amount that we have. And because of that, the word investing immediately registers in your mind that you need to be rich, you need to have a lot of money to be able to invest. And this is very important for beginner investors to know, that you can start wherever, with whatever you have, and wherever you are, you can start. And I have mentioned previously in one of my videos that the easiest and accessible place for you to invest as a beginner and begin to grow your wealth is the stock market. that place, like I mentioned, real estate, and then how people think that is another area that people will not even come to think about it, because they look at their capital that they want to invest, and they are thinking about the fact that the real estate is for people who can buy homes and then maybe resell them, or people who can build and sell. But here on the stock market, you have real estate, shares, company shares that have been compiled into ETF. They've been compiled into exchange traded fund so that you can invest in such, shares. You are not investing physically on a house or a building, but you are investing into the sector. And because real estate also has a high growth, rate, you tend to benefit. So here, you cannot, take yourself out because you can't buy a house and resell, or you don't have land to build and resell, or you can't run a real estate. Now we can all invest into real estate through ETFs. Right. One option there to investing in the real estate. And the second option is that we can equally go and invest in stocks, general stocks. And I think I have spoken about how we can invest in growth stocks. As a beginner, you don't want to meddle with stocks that you don't understand. And that is why I mentioned, that we can invest in growth stocks. You can invest in a collection of stocks like a stock index. You can look at S&P 500 where you can invest in and then make your money as a beginner investor. We need to understand that as a beginner investor, you don't understand how the stock market works, but these are areas that you can look at. You look at investing into real estate ETFs, S&P 500, you look at growth stocks. These are places that you can't go wrong when you put your money inside. Another, option that we have as beginners to invest and then grow our wealth is investing in bonds, okay? We can have bonds, government bonds, or bonds are also issued by companies. And usually bonds are securities that come up that you lend your money to the company or you lend your money to the government, and they promise to give you a certain interest. So here the interest may not be as high as, other options, but hey, the risk is low. And then you get your money and then you get your interest. So these are all options that are available for beginner investors, or even people, because we have people who have been investing, but really they have not looked deep down into, these options that they can diversify their portfolio on. I have spoken in previous videos the importance of diversification on our journey of investing to become financially free and financially independent. And so I wouldn't want to go into talking so much about that one again, but it is a key that we can use to build our wealth through investing. I remember when I started investing, I was very scared, I was very nervous, and I think I have made mention of how I started in some of my previous videos, and I said, as I deposited my money, initial money that I wanted to start trading options, and I really didn't know how to start, trading without losing my money. So I was very skeptical. I was very, nervous. I was very, very scared as to whether to start trading or not. And because of that foolishness, the money was there, counting months. And if I had this knowledge that I'm sharing today, if I had heard somebody teaching these things that I'm sharing today, I would quickly have gone in to put my money, because at the time, as I have mentioned in my previous videos, I had deposited, my initial deposit was $1,000. Now this $1,000 was in the month, or in the account over 6 months, 7 months, it was there. I didn't know what to, because I was very scared. I didn't want to lose the money. So why would I put it into investment? And that is why some of us want to teach these things so that people who are beginner investors can learn a thing or two, so that instead of you have the interest and the passion to invest, and you've put the money into the account, but you can't apply it to buy anything because you are just scared. Right. So I was there, and this money was there, and I was just there, and look at it. If I had put this money into buying something like, just put it, I always mention S&P 500, but supposing I just put that money there, I think by the time I started trading, that money would have made maybe, some good percentage on it. And that is why it is important that as you are a beginner, or you could be somebody who has been investing, you need to listen to, seek more advice and do a little more research regarding your portfolio and regarding your investment to see how you can better structure them profitably. As I took on the journey of investing, I realized that I was making good percentages on my investment as time went on. And so I was able to take my account from the low amount to a certain level of income that I realized that, it's been a good journey. And so because of that fear, even though my account had a leverage on it that my money was multiplied by 4, I still couldn't invest. I still couldn't, make good use of the leverage I had on my account because I was scared. But just imagine you are able to understand some of these things from the beginning, and you are a beginner investor, and then you get this type of knowledge. If you are looking at my broker, that when you are able to deposit a $2,000 and above, you get a leverage on your account if you are operating a margin account. And then if that money is multiplied by 4, that gives you $8,000 in your account where you can trade with. Now, if you don't have this type of knowledge, are you sitting down with the same money and then you are not investing your own 2,000? You are also not investing. In fact, when I even started investing, when I started trading initially, before I started investing, I would just use like $100 or $200 and trade, and then the $1,800 was just sitting there. This is how, bad it is. And this is how, financial education and investing knowledge is very, very important that we need to gather. We need to know how to invest. We need to know when to invest. We need to know how to structure our portfolio, and then we build our wealth through investing. And so when I understood how to build wealth through investing, I decided to deploy all my extra idle funds into investing. And all this time, I have reaped benefits that I didn't know was, available. And so I think that we need to get this idea at the back of our minds that investing is not risky. It is not all investments that are risky. We have safer investments that we can invest. And look at what I have on my account now. I understand how to use leverage. I understand how I can use other people's money that I can invest and then make money from them. Now, if you don't invest, supposing I did not even put my 2,000 into investing, I wouldn't have attracted that leverage that they multiplied my account by 4, making it $8,000 that I have at my disposal to be able to trade with. This is what financial education is important. This is why investment knowledge is important. And we need to seek knowledge every day as we go on. As we put our monies into investing to build our wealth, it does not end there. We have to continue to learn, continue to seek continue to do our research and to seek knowledge regarding our investments and then making them better. All right, so to sum it up, the key takeaway that you want to grab on this video is that investing is one of the ways that you can use to build your wealth as a beginner investor. And you need to also know that we can look at being disciplined and being patient to be able to reap the benefits that come with investing. Now, I want to say that we should look at our monies that we have available that we want to invest and never despise the amounts that we have. We should also look at the fact that we can invest in real estate ETFs, we can invest in the S&P 500, we can invest in bonds, we can invest in stocks to start with as beginner investors.
Start with nothing, start today. Learn to hustle, find a way. Brick by brick you build it right. From the morning through the night. Dreams are growing step by step. Every fall a future pep.